Talk about the games happened on December 12th. The first game is the Miami Heat. Wow, they are 13 and 15 this year so far. Pacers are 14 and 14. They beat them. Miami Heat beat the Pacers 87-82. Very, very low scoring game. Caleb Martin, with everybody back in the lineup, I believe, he played 39 minutes. So we have to ride with that. Anybody in the NBA that get 39 minutes or 40 minutes, we have to play him. Max Strus came off the bench, played 31, so he could be a streamer. Caleb Martin did not have the best game, but the minutes there, given the minutes, we could at least stream him. Jimmy Butler had 5 assists, 2 steals, 7 rebounds. A Jimmy Butler line struggled from the free throw line for whatever reason. Ben Adebayo had a huge game. That's more like it. 17 rebounds, hit his free throws, got some defensive stats. Tyler Hero's defensive stats this year has been amazing. On the season, where is Tyler Hero at? 50th ranked player. Wow. Averaging 0.9 steals and 0.5 blocks. That's good enough. That'll make him around 50, top 60 in that area. And Kyle Lowry did not have the best game, but it's okay. They only score when the team only score 87 and 82 points. Don't expect them to have too big of a numbers. Tyrese Halliburton had one of his worst games in his career. 0 for 9 from the field, had 1 point, 6 assists, 2 blocks. He'll bounce back from this. Not worried. Miles Turner had a huge game with 4 blocks. Buddy Hield, 9 rebound, 19 is not bad. And Andrew Nembhard. We still want to ride with him. Duarte might be back at some point. He may not be getting 34 minutes. But, as the season goes on, he could be, the minutes could stay there. So he's a must roster. Let's just ride with him. There's going to be ups and downs. But for now, he looks good. Benedict Mathurin also played 28 minutes. Sure. Like, at some point this season, he might start getting more minutes. Right now, the minutes is a bit low, and the performance is a little bit inconsistent. He's definitely, like, if we're in the playoffs right now, he's the first guy you want to drop. The next game, the Brooklyn Nets beat the Washington Wizards 112-110. KD, what a beautiful game. 30 points, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Just did everything. Hit 3 threes. Joe Harris, Seth Curry, they're 3-point streamers. Both only hit 1 3. Brooklyn Nets, whenever there's a back-to-back coming up, Seth Curry is a guy you could probably stream because Joe Harris is probably going to miss 1 game, and KD and Kyrie might miss a game as well. Claxton, 25 minutes, had a decent game, 1 steal and 2 blocks, made all 4 shots. Ben Simmons came back, played just 23 minutes. Not bad, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 10 points. Ben Simmons on the season is, despite all the noise, he's 105th ranked player, shooting 54% from the free throw line. So if you're in a certain pound build, he is godlike. Not godlike. He has a lot of potential because he's averaging 6.7 rebounds, 5.8 assists, 1.3 steals, and 0.6 blocks. And those 4 categories, honestly, they could all go up. They could all go up if he started hitting his strides, averaging 30 minutes, 35 minutes a night. So far, he's only averaging 27. So if anything, I would buy low, depend on my team building category leagues, because Ben Simmons could return really good value toward the end of the season. But because I feel like he's just gonna miss a lot of back-to-back games because they're really resting him. Kyrie played okay, 24, 6, 5, still in 2 blocks. On a per game basis, Kyrie should still be a top 10 in my opinion. For the Washington Wizards, it finally happened. Kristaps Porzingis left the game with some back tightness. I don't think it's anything serious, so he might miss a game or 2 and then come back. So if he does end up missing some games, Daniel Gafford is the guy that we could 100% stream. He had 10 rebounds here, no blocks. He's a big block. He can block a lot of shots. He can grab rebounds. A really good field goal guy. Jordan Goodwin, though, another great game. 11 points, 7 assists, and 2 steals. We now know that if Bradley Beal is out, if he gets the minutes on this team, he is going to get numbers. Beal might be back in a game or 2. Monty Morris was out. There are a couple of guys out. Danny Edvia was a little bit disappointing. He had 4 fouls, 26 minutes. Didn't really do much, but had 7 rebounds. we could continue streaming him. And Kyle Kuzma had 20 points. If Beal and Porzingis end up both missing the next game, Kyle Kuzma should have a big game. And I don't think any defense would double team him, so Kyle Kuzma would just get a lot of shots up. All right, let's go to the next game. Well, the Atlanta Hawks is a mess right now. They lost again to the Grizzlies, and I don't think Ja Morant, But it's not like Grizzlies' record is horrible without Ja Morant. That's the thing. They actually played quite well without him, too. DeAndre Hunter played just 20 minutes because the blowout, while Trey did not play. That makes sense. Bogdanovich did not play. It was a back-to-back, AJ Griffin hit the game winner last time, played just 25 minutes. Okongwu played 28. Yeah, there are a lot of streaming opportunities this game. Okongwu, for sure, if Kampela misses time, he's a must roster. AJ Griffin could be streamed. If all the main guys are out. Jalen Johnson, we still don't know when John Collins is going to be back yet. But I don't think Jalen Johnson is good in fantasy at all. Trade Forrest, these guys, I never heard of them. Aaron Holiday had 4 steals. That's a good game. But all the main guys are going to be back next game. They don't really have a lot of fantasy relevant players. For the Grizzlies, Dylan Brooks, 18 points, an okay game. Jerry Jackson Jr., he played only 24. I'm sure if he played 35, he would have got 10 blocks. Jerry Jackson Jr. has been unbelievable this year. Honestly, Sal High, he is the 10th ranked player. Yeah. I think he's most likely a top 20 player. So, but who are you really? Depend on what your team needs. If you don't like the blocks, because he single-handedly could keep your team somewhat competitive in the blocks. So if you decide just to pound blocks, who are you really getting? Who is a good? If you can get a Damian Lillard, then also there's some injury concerns. It's tough to say. But for sure, I don't think he's really gonna stay at top 10, averaging 3.6 blocks. That's gotta come down. Realistically, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5 in that area. He had 8 here. Brandon Clark started without Steven Adams. Sure, a steal and a block. John Conchar, they all played. Tyus Jones, man, this is why he could literally help you win leagues if Ja Morant, let's say in the playoffs, end up missing a week or two. He could literally put up top 30, 40 player, top 30, top 40 numbers. 22 points, 11 assists, and 3 steals with 4 threes. Really good. Absolutely must roster every time Ja Morant is out. Let's go to the next game. The Oklahoma City Thunder lost to Dallas Mavericks. The Thunder, they lost a bunch of games together. So where are they at in the standing wise? The 13th, 11 and 6. They lost 3 straight. They're 3 games out of the 10th spot. Okay, but Shai is still unbelievable. 42 points, 13 for 13 from I remember this guy last year was barely hitting 80% from the free throw, maybe 78, 79. This year he's a 90% free throw shooter going to the line. How many times? He's a second-ranked player. Unbelievable spot. 93%. Don't know what to say about Shai no more. And crazy good field goal as well. Josh Giddey, still somewhat disappointed. The minutes it's just not high. Shai is the number 1 guy. Jalen Williams, look at that. He played 38 minutes. He was a minus 21, pretty horrible. But they're just shuffling different lineups every game. So I don't really buy it, to be honest. Unless Pokusevski was good for 2 weeks, and then he wasn't getting the minutes. This game, he was not in foul trouble. He played just 21. He started, played 21. Jermaine Robinson played 14. Darius Bazley played 19. So it's you just don't know. If you want to pick up Jalen Williams, sure. Maybe toward the end of the season, he's going to get consistent 30 minutes. And maybe not. For the Dallas Mavericks, Luka, 38 points. You can just bet on Luka to score 30 and pretty much feel like, even though he's averaging 33, but man, this guy can score. 8 assists, 11 rebounds, good from the free throw line. All is good. All is well. Spencer Dinwiddie had a double-double, 10 assists for 3s. That's good. Kemba, are they using Kemba at all? Nope. Kemba did not play this game. Christian Wood played just 20 minutes. Him and Jordan Poole actually, they're like kind of in a similar situation. Jordan Poole, we get to him. Well, they didn't play this game, but there's some injuries going on, especially with Wiggins. Jordan Poole is getting a few extra minutes. I'll try to use the opportunity to sell high on him. Tim Hardaway Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith. Tim Hardaway Jr., the volume of threes he's hitting is crazy. I think we just have to have him and see how things go. Threes and points. He provides such a huge volume of them. The next game, the Cleveland Cavaliers lost on the road to the Spurs. That's no good. Jared Allen still at 3 blocks. Donovan, 28 points. Donovan needs to get to the free throw. He's still the 11th ranked player. He's getting to the line 5.4 times this year, shooting 89%. That's actually a huge improvement from years in the past. So that's good stuff. Darius Garland, 18, 9, and 7. Almost a triple-double, not bad at all. But they lost by 1 point on the road. Evan Mobley, all the young guys, these 4 guys, they all play well. But yeah, these Cavaliers team not that really fantasy relevant, to be honest, because all the bench guys, they really suck in fantasy. Lamar Stevens, look at that, took 0 shots in 24 minutes and no defensive stat. Kevin Love is a guy that we could stream sometimes, but he's getting 14 minutes. And Karis LeVert had a good game. Yes, we could stream him, but don't really trust him. Don't really trust this guy. Coming off the bench, played 30 minutes. Sometimes he played 23. It's not really worth it. For the Spurs, Keldon Johnson took 25 shots. Unbelievable stuff. And I don't know what they're doing. Like, Devin Vassell was starting. This is the problem with some of the players, that their rankings are really, really good, but in real life, they're not that good. So they're always in risk of losing some minutes. Devin Vassell, his rank is still super good, 48th ranked player. But in the last two weeks, where's Devin Vassell? Okay, he's still 45th ranked player, so not bad at all, playing 31 minutes. But the last couple games, he was coming off the bench, so it is a little bit worrisome that if he's in a backup role, he's not gonna crack 30. It's not like Keldon Johnson gonna get 33 minutes. Some nights he gets 26, some nights he gets 29. Trey Jones only played 28 minutes too, but 5 assists and 2 steals, 15 points. It's pretty good. And Zach Collins is the guy we want to stream. No blocks, but he can block shots and grab rebound. So as long as Pirtle is out. And Charles Bassey too, if you want to stream for blocks. But I don't think Spurs really got a good schedule going on, so those guys not that attractive. They had their 5-game week already. The next game is the Timberwolves lost to the Portland Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers, they are doing well this year. Wow, I take that back. They're the 6th seed. But again, like all the top teams in the West, they're all kind of tight. Kyle Anderson, a must roster with Cat out. Did not have the best game, but yeah, go grab him. And D'Lo just started playing super, super well without Cat. Another great game. I want to say sell high, yeah. Probably try to sell high, a week or 2 before Cat comes back, because I just don't think he's gonna be there. He's a 30th ranked player in the last 2 weeks. So I don't think he's a top 30 player. Not even close. To be honest, like top 70, top 80. But if Cat is back, who knows? He might be outside of one, because his efficiency is really, really bad. So he needs the counting numbers. Anthony Edwards again got 2 steals. 17 points, not the best game. And Rudy Gobert grabbed 20 rebounds. Struggle with the Blazers team. That's interesting. Yusuf Nurkic had 4 fouls, 25 minutes. So let's see. Also, it was a blowout. Let's see, because Nurk was playing 33 minutes without Damian Lillard. Can he sustain that? That is the question. What's Nurkic on the season? 86 run play. Wow, it's a bit lower than I expected. 10 rebounds is really good, just only 0.9 blocks, and his free throw is really hurting his value. 70% on 4 attempts a game. Fernie Simons, 2 threes, 6 assists, 12 points. Not bad, but don't expect him to have huge games every game, because Damian Lillard is still there. Really good, super good game from Dame. Offensively, but I think at this point of Dame's career, well, he was never a big steals guy. So, you know, I think his ranking is going to be like, he's not going to be a top 10 player, maybe top 15, top 20. Also, if he can get his free throw volume up there. Jeremy Grant continues to play well, man. 7 for 7 on free throw. Another guy that I don't know if the offensive output, can sustain that all season. And interestingly, Justin Winslow still played 30 minutes, had 10 assists. But if Anthony Simons is out, if Damian Lillard is out, he's a guy that we could stream. He provides pretty decent counting numbers. And the next game is the Boston Celtics. They lost 2 games now on the road by 20 points. Jason Tatum, another rough game, 7 for 20. And Jaylen Brown's efficiency is good, 9 for 15, 21. He was a minus 26. Blake Griffin, well, is it because Al Horford did not play the past 2 games? They got blown out like this. Derrick White played 15 minutes, just 15 minutes. He was horrible. Marcus Smart was horrible too. Offensively, most of the starters play horrible. And you have Malcolm Brogdon coming, drop 18 points in 31 minutes. Hopefully, I think they play back to back, so they play the Lakers tonight. They have a better showing. But Tatum, it might be a confidence thing for the LA Clippers. Kawhi Leonard, yes, best game of the season, 10 for 12, could not miss, 25 points. That's not bad. That's not so bad at all. It's not so bad at all. We know he's gonna miss a lot of games, but he's playing close to 30 minutes. And Paul George struggled from the field, but hit 2 threes, 26 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and still not a bad line as well. Although I think both guys are probably a buy low. Kawhi Leonard, it's hard now that he put a couple of nice games together. If you bought low on him, if you just throw a top 100 player, I think you won big time, and he could be a fantasy winner for sure. If you traded away a top 100 player for Kawhi Leonard. Because there were risks that, hey, he might miss extended time. There were concerns that he might miss a couple months. That did not happen. And look at Zubac. Well, he had 5 fouls. But with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George both in, some nights he may not be getting 30 to 35 minutes. So if you didn't sell high, maybe the window is closed. And Marcus Morris Sr. also played 26 due to the blowout. He could be a guy that we stream. Reggie Jackson, John Wall, they split the minutes. Now the guys are that interesting in fantasy, to be honest. And that's it, guys. I'll see you next time.